Let's talk. Let's talk about the situation with Amy and Dwight. She gotta go. Okay, I don't care who's on the Palico. Okay, one thing you don't do is you don't do that, girl. You got to go. Pack her up quick. Okay. Number two, you on live with a quarter brick, bitch. A quarter brick. You disheveled, incoherent, and he's the one on the dope. Girl, girl, come on now. Now your ass supposed to, now you want to be, now you about to be lost and turned out. Okay? All you had to do was fall back. If he's on that stuff like you said, all you had to do was refile for divorce. Now he filed for divorce before you did. What's really going on here? Why did you come to the internet with a quarter Brizik? Sitting in your car, handling it like you're a professional. Okay, because first of all, if you're not used to handling stuff like that, you're going to have on gloves, you're going to hold it like this, and you're not going to put your little stuff back in the bag. You're going to throw the shit out the window. So you don't seem believable. Then, my boy, he already done spun a narrative on you. You should have never came online like that, girl. You got to go. He got to pack you up, all right? We will definitely check you out on B-list celebrity rehab. We'll see you there, okay? Because let me tell you something, girl. Ain't no way in hell people supposed to know what's going on in your household. And that's a whole lot of that was a whole lot of stuff, girl. That screams you got it straight from the plug. That doesn't scream personal use. Now, what she said could be true. Okay, you guys both could be using. I just came from my garden. You guys could be using it together, but she's the one in the car. Amy, you're the one in the car with the quarter Brizik. We see him at the game like chilling, but you're having a psychotic breakdown in the car. You pulled out 3 different types of substances, and at this point, we don't know what the fuck it was because you pulled out rocks, dust, and boulders. At this point, we don't know what the fuck that is, okay? Okay, you trying to say he's on substances, but you clearly have the substances on your person. Now, he done filed for divorce before you. Girl, y'all could have got some help together. You could have kept that on the low, but it's obvious it's something underlying in here. And I did hear the recording of you speaking to his son, and it sounded like coached. It sounded like you were leading the little boy up, like, hey, you don't have to lie. Why would you record that? Like, if you for the kids, why would you record any of that? Any of that? Now you about to be broke, lost, and turned out. Okay? So you better make that quarter brick last, baby girl. You better make it last, because you should have sold that shit back to the plug where y'all got it from and packed your shit and left if that was the case. If you wasn't indulging in it, because what that gave to me, that gave, let me expose it before he exposed it. That's what that gave to me. Okay? And you didn't have like a little bit, you had like a lot. A lot. Okay? So I'm thinking either you messed up the plug work and you had to come on like, hey, he's using it, da 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 da. But that's far-fetched, okay? Listen, y'all need to understand, when y'all get in these certain type of circles, it's consequences that come with that. Especially if you don't have as much money as the man has, okay? You can't fund your lifestyle off of somebody else's pockets. So if you have an addiction, now, if you don't get help, you're going to be all the way out there. Because he done filed for divorce. You talking about we was together 14 months. 14 months is not that long, child. When you first filed for divorce, why did you go back if that was the situation? Okay? You could have separated, say, hey, when you get your stuff together, maybe we'll revisit. or you could have left without saying that you were filing for divorce and let him get his stuff together if it's really him, because it's mind-boggling. Okay, first of all, whatever a person does in their personal life as far as sexuality, that's their personal business. We can't condemn somebody for their sexual preference. So let's just get that out of the way. So whatever he does on his spare time, whether it's with men or women, that's his preference, that's his business, right? We can't condemn him for that. Okay? But as far as the controlled substance use and abuse in which you're claiming, and this man plays ball overseas and he gets tested, I don't understand how he is constantly on those substances in that large amount that you showed. Like, that's mind-boggling, girl. Why did you even do that? You couldn't call nobody. You couldn't call blowbusters or nobody to say, hey, girl, stand down. Don't do it. And who goes on live with that much controlled substances to say that their partner is on controlled substances? You disheveled. We can clearly see your nose is running, right? You put the stuff back in the bag that you got it out of, not threw it out the window. What the fuck is really going on? We need the real story here, okay? We need the real story here. We really do. And everybody's like, well, Royce told her. This is sad. And let me tell you something. Dwight Howard, especially when he first started the NBA, he was one of my favorite players. It was an episode of Family Feud when that man came on Family Feud, and the answer was like a derogatory answer, and he refused to say the answer because his mother was sitting in the crowd. That's how innocent he was when he first started the NBA. This is sad, but when it's up, it all falls down, baby. Girl, you better get yourself together. You better get you some good attorneys. You better get you some good friends to back you or something. Because the way things are looking is that narrative is going to get spun, and you're it. Tag, you're it. Because guess what? You're holding the bag, baby girl. And a whole bag, a quarter brick bag. Okay? With 3 different types. At this point, we the people, we don't know what that shit is.